Good morning, Ultimate Hustlers and Digital Empire Builders. It is that time for another episode of the Cortez Hustle Show. And today we're talking the real follow for follow method. We're talking Instagram growth strategies for 2022. That's right. You want to grow your Instagram? Then your boy has got a plan for you. As you know, we are studying Russell Brunson's Traffic Secrets. And every Monday we give you some insight from this book. And we are going to go through his Instagram traffic strategy, which is super dope. I'm starting to deploy this for the new brand and I'm kicking off and I'm so excited. So do me a huge favor, comment in the chat where you're from, drop the name of your business and all your brand, smash that share button, ladies and gentlemen, and let's kick it this morning. Yo, what's up, Ultimate Hustlers, and welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show, the business podcast for the entrepreneur of the 21st century. And I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. Our goal is to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how the world's greatest hustlers build amazing brands, scale their businesses to incredible heights, sell more, make more, and create mass movements that impact the world. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned vet or you're sitting on the sidelines with aspirations to one day unleash your inner hustle. This show will provide the insights into how pure grit, determination, and hard work has morphed into some of the most iconic brands and personalities and how they are moving the culture forward. You'll get a mix of solo shows featuring yours truly, as well as interviews and content from other hustlers that I either know personally or I've learned from or whose grind I've come to know and respect. And you'll also get exclusive recordings from our membership called Monetize My Life Academy, which you can check out at monetizemylifeacademy.com. That's a program where we go live every month with some of the best hustlers on the planet, sharing best practices on how we all can explode our brands with advanced branding and marketing tactics, business development strategies, and financial game planning necessary to build the empires we all desire. Again, that's at monetizemylifeacademy.com. If you like today's episode, chances are the hustlers you're connected to will like it as well. Share it with those in your network. And when you do, use hashtag Cortez Hustle so I can see you and hopefully give you a shout out and share you in my stories. So check out today's episode and make sure you subscribe to the feed on your favorite podcasting networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show. I am your host, Cortez Hustle, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, coming to you live and direct from the Local Biz Marketing Pros studios right here in St. Louis, Missouri. Tell me, how do you guys like the new branding for the company? Instead of throwing online marketing, we're going to market as Local Biz Marketing Pros, where we're going to help you with your authority website, your SEO, your paid ads, and your social media marketing. So comment in the chat where you're from, drop the name of your business and or your brand. I love to recognize other entrepreneurs in the space. So I am super excited, man. As you guys know, we are in week 3 of the 7-figure road to building this Local Biz Marketing Pros business to 7 figures. I'm excited about that. So today we're talking about Instagram growth strategies. If you want to grow on Instagram, comment IG for me, ladies and gentlemen. Drop an IG in the comments because we're going all the way in. Well, God's Way is in the building, Living Financially Prosperous LLC. Welcome, Dr. Regina. Glad to have you on the stream today. But yeah, I'm learning how to use Instagram in my business. For those of you who know anything about my history, then I started on Facebook in the financial education space, built the Financial Health Mentor page, over 120,000 followers. And then around 2020, I started to shift into more business branding and marketing. And officially in October of 2021, I launched my business-to-business marketing services, focusing on helping local small businesses dominate the search engines in their local communities. And here recently, we've launched Local Biz Marketing Pros. And Instagram is one of the platforms that I had kind of ignored. I had some success on Facebook, a little bit of success on YouTube. I've ignored Instagram, and I've decided that it's time for me to dominate Instagram, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to show you the method that I'm using. I'm going to grab some content for you as we go through these announcements for the day. Announcement number one, if you buy stars on Facebook, y'all can show your boy some love whenever I'm live by dropping stars. So let me post a link there for you guys to grab your stars. Also, if you want a free online marketing checklist, then we put one together for you that is amazing, that can help you understand whether you have the capacity to execute these things or not. One of the things that I'm finding is that most of the time we just don't know what we need, right? And I didn't know what I needed as a marketing agency until I really started diving into Josh Nelson's 7-figure agency roadmap. And I actually went out and got his on-ramp program. So I wanted to make sure that I have a blueprint for executing this game plan. And then I also want to make sure you guys get the link to Russell Brunson's book, Traffic Secrets. And if you are smart, you'll not only get this book, but you'll also take them up on the upsells and get all of the other books and the series, the Expert Secrets and the .com Secrets as well. Amazing content. Every business owner needs to have these 3 books as part of their library. And I use them literally as reference books. I come back to them over and over and over. Also, if you're an entrepreneur doing amazing things in your business and in your community, then I want to interview you on a new video series that we call Inside the Hustle. This is where we go inside the mind of other entrepreneurs who are doing amazing things. These short 5 to 7 minute videos will give you some great exposure across my entire network because we push them out to everybody on our list. And we just want to highlight entrepreneurship. My mission in life is to bring economic empowerment to the urban communities via entrepreneurship. My vision is to see Black people as the #1 employers of Black people in the next 2 generations. And the way we do that is we focus on entrepreneurship education and we highlight successful entrepreneurs and give people something to model. So if you're an amazing entrepreneur, then I want to interview you on Inside the Hustle. So all you got to do is DM your boy on one of the pages or platforms, and we'll get you scheduled for that. So if you're new to the show, the way we start the Cortez Hustle show is with a quote of the day. So today's quote says this: you can only achieve success when you keep showing up on the days you don't feel like it. Oh, that is from Dr. Jessica Houston. Listen, man, we all know how to win on those days we feel like it, right? On those days that we are just pumped up. Yeah, we know how to win. We know how to get success. But success is not about the days that you feel like it, right? Winning in business is about the days that you don't feel like it. It's about doing the things that you are uncomfortable with. It's about allowing yourselves to be stretched, ladies and gentlemen. Put the word stretch in the comment if you're ready to be stretched in 2022. The second half of this year, I am stretching beyond measure. I can't even tell you how much I am stretching, but it's going down, ladies and gentlemen. So you have to show up. In order to win in life, you got to show up, especially on the days that you do not feel like it, right? Every morning when I go downstairs to get my 40-minute workout in, I'm constantly trying to talk myself out of it, right? Man, you can just sleep, man. Man, you're a little achy, you're a little sore. Man, you've been hitting it hard. You hit it hard 4 days in a row last week. You deserve some time off. Now, those days when you don't feel like grinding, and I'm not saying you deny your body rest, right? But I know the trick of the devil, right? That is not me needing rest. That is me trying to be lazy. And my future self has to step in and say, hey, you want to be fit in 2030? Then you got to put the work in 2022. So lately, my future self has been winning. I can't promise y'all that I won't let my current self talk me into sleeping a little longer some days, but right now, my future self is winning. So you can only achieve success when you keep showing up on the days you don't feel like it. Dr. Jessica Houston. And that is the quote of the day, brought to you by Local Leads, Local Biz Marketing Pros, ladies and gentlemen. We are solving the biggest marketing challenges facing local small businesses, from SEO, websites, paid per click advertisement, social media. We want to come alongside of you and be your marketing service provider. So if that sounds like you, I put a link in the comments for you guys to get our free internet marketing checklist. I think that will be the first place that you guys can start going down the road of connecting with us and seeing what it is that we have to offer. So make sure you check the comments, download that free internet marketing checklist, and you're going to see what we recommend that you get control of in your business from a marketing standpoint. That's something that you can share with your marketing manager or the people in charge of your marketing, whether you're hiring an internal team or an external team. Go through that checklist with the people who are responsible for your marketing and ask them, hey, do we have these things in place? And I promise you, if you don't, they should know how to help you get them in place. And if they don't, then holler at your boy. We'd be glad to help you with a free marketing strategy call to see if we can help implement some of those things. So today, man, we got to go in. I'm going to go relatively fast. I got a lot of material to cover. If you do not have this book, you're going to want to get this book. I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version of the Instagram traffic strategies from this book, Traffic Secrets. I'll put a link to this book in the comments as well. So you actually get it for free, and it's a hardback. It's a hardback book. You pay $8 or $9 for shipping, and you get the book free, plus some other cool video trainings and stuff that comes with. I love Russell Brunson and all that he is doing in the business space, and it's one of the people that I follow to model when I start teaching marketing services and solutions to small business owners. I look to a lot of what he's doing. So how many of you guys are on IG? Comment IG if you want to grow your Instagram in 2022. We are halfway through the year. We've got 6 months left, a little less than 6 months left, but that is a lot of time, ladies and gentlemen, for you to transform your life. Always remember this. Whenever you make a decision, your life changes in an instant. And I'm not talking about when you wish or you hope or you suggest that you want to do something. No, when you make a decision, right? Meaning a transformation in your mind, meaning you have cut off anything that is not in alignment with what you're going after. When you make that decision, your life changes in an instant. The manifestation of that change sometimes doesn't become visible for months. But if you decide today, like I am, I'm going to grow my Instagram page for local biz marketing pros. I'm going to grow that page to 10,000 plus followers in the last 6 months of this year. For the rest of the year, that's my focus, to grow local biz marketing page inside Instagram page to 10,000 followers in 2022. What is your goal for your Instagram? Go ahead and comment it right now. Don't be afraid. Put a comment, set a goal, drop it in the comments so that we can hold one another accountable for that growth. So Instagram, over the past few years, one of my favorite social platforms to spend my personal time on has been Instagram. One of its core features, Instagram stories, has become my favorite way to document my daily journey, right? So when it comes to growing your presence on any one of these platforms, the first strategy is always the same, right? We talked about Facebook last week. We're on Instagram this week. The first strategy is always the same. Number one, understand the history and the goal of the platform. Created by Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger in San Francisco, Instagram launched on October 6, 2010. Its fast-paced growth was unheard of. 100,000 members in the first week, 1 million members in the first 2 months, and 10 million members in the first year. In 2012, Facebook bought Instagram for $1 billion in cash and stocks. While that story is fascinating, I think more exciting story occurred in 2013 when Mark Zuckerberg offered Snapchat $3 billion. Snapchat was like, nah, we cool on you, bro. So what is the goal of Instagram? Because when you are partnering with anybody or anything, you have to always align with the goal. See, a lot of us are using these social media platforms. We're trying to use them in a way that we want to use them, and it's out of alignment with the goal of the platform, and therefore we can't get any traction. You've got to get in alignment with the goal of the platform. The goal of Instagram, the goal Mark Zuckerberg had, and the reason he bought Instagram, because he wanted to find more ways and places to keep you engaged so he could put ads in front of you. That's the goal of Instagram. Instagram has created more places and more ways to keep you engaged so they can place ads in front of you. They place ads in stories, they place ads in reels, they place ads in, of course, your feed, and then they place ads in your videos, right? So when you know the goal of the platform, then you can align the way you use the platform with the goals of the platform, and they're going to reward you. How do they reward you? They reward you with views. They reward you with exposure, right? If you are working your way in, then you win this game by attracting followers, creating content that engages them and keeps them coming back to the platform for more. That's in alignment with Instagram as the platform. Create engaging content that attracts followers that will keep them coming back and engaging with the platform. The longer people are on the platform, the more advertisement Zuckerberg can show them. And if you get good at bringing people to the platform, keeping people on the platform, then the platform will reward you by showing your stuff to more and more people. So number one, understand the goal. What's the goal of Instagram? What's the goal of Facebook? What's the goal of YouTube? What's the goal of Pinterest? What's the goal of Twitter, right? Twitter might have a new goal now that Elon Musk is in charge, right? But you got to understand the goal, and you align your strategies with the goal. People cry all the time about Facebook shutting them down, being in Facebook jail, being blocked, being banned, being kicked off, because they never stop to think about the goal of the platform. So we're going to get into more of these strategies, right? But before we do any of that, it's time for 1 minute motivation. If you're new to the Cortez Hustle Show, welcome, first and foremost. If you are a current follower of the show, I'm going to ask you at this time to do me a huge favor and smash that share button, tag a couple people, let them know that we are live and that they need to be tuning in if they're trying to grow their Instagram. But on the Cortez Hustle Show, we are huge believers in personal growth and self-development and a positive direction. So we share a 1 minute video every episode, and we call this segment 1 minute motivation. And it's our hope that you start your day with some inspiration, some motivation, some encouragement that will help you get on with your day in a way that it is productive in the utmost. So let's get into 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show.
You're gonna die never even trying to reach your full potential. This was the life that you were supposed to live, but you didn't try. Those of you who are listening to this, whoever hear this, you will not find toughness in a comfortable environment. You will not find it. The only way you find it is to drown yourself in a position where you're just out of sorts. We all have two people. And I'm not saying you're crazy. We have the easy voice, which is that 20% telling yourself that I'm easy at 90% of my full potential, maybe 100% at that 20%. That's that voice that we all love. That's that very comfortable voice that's that mommy holding you saying it's going to be okay. Doesn't care how good you are, just loves you. Just loves you no matter how messed up you are in life. This other voice that we walk very far away from is the voice saying, hey man, you ain't doing shit. So we try to get this voice out of our head completely. And we live over here in this land. So what you have to do first is turn up this voice over here. The voice saying things to you that aren't nice. That it's in our head saying, you know what, man, dude, you're not doing shit. And it's not putting yourself down. People take this the wrong way in this new society. I'm not saying to put yourself down. I'm saying listen to the truth.
Hoo-wee. Man, are y'all listening to the truth? See, a lot of us have come to a place in our lives where we've bought in to what society is telling us success is and what success looks like. Oh, a lot of us have bought in, man. What society is showing you as success is really average. So what happens is when you start looking around and you see a lot of people, how many of you guys agree with this? About 70 to 75 people, I believe, in this country are living below their potential. So they're actually below average. So what happens if every 75% of people are living a life of mediocrity and below, the minute you do something just a little bit better than everybody else, it's easy to see yourself as successful, as winning, right? I want y'all to think about this. The greats, this is why the greats say they never compare themselves to anybody else. I'm not comparing myself to anybody else. I'm looking within me and I'm seeing the gifts that are buried inside me. And I'm starting to recognize more and more and more every day the value that they hold. And I'm like, man, for a long time, I told myself that what I couldn't accomplish, what I didn't have, where I failed at. And I never stopped to think about the value of the gifts and the talents that I possess. So it's a matter of going hard at becoming more of who you already are. I'm talking about at your essence, at your core, right? You may have been pretending, you may have been walking around with this doing just enough to get by mentality, right? But when you start looking inside and start looking at, wait a minute, there's something great in here. There's something amazing in here. Like that tiny voice that always telling you, no, you can do more, you can go harder. There's something bigger out there for you. It's time for us to start listening to that voice, right? It's time for us to start listening to the voice that says, you didn't give 100% today, right? When I tell y'all about the Lisa Nichols situation where she talks about forgiving herself every day, that's my way of saying, Cortez, you didn't give all. Now, I'm going to forgive you for not giving all you got. But I also have to acknowledge that wasn't your best effort, bro. You didn't leave it all out there today, Cortez. I got to, some of us don't want to be that hard with ourselves. Cortez, today, bro, you didn't leave it all out there. You left some money on the table. Now, I'm going to forgive you, but I got to acknowledge that that wasn't my best effort, right? So Mark says, man, listen to the truth as it will set you free. Absolutely, absolutely. Mike Tree, you can't compare if you're one of a kind like God made all of us. Man, would you tell them, Mike? Would you tell them, right? Mark, Tony Davis, good morning, brother. It's good to see you here. Thanks for the support. So that is 1 Minute Motivation, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by Local Biz Marketing Pros. Ladies and gentlemen, we're solving the biggest marketing challenges facing local small businesses, and we want to solve that for you. If you don't have an authority website, let us help you with that. All of our websites are triple optimized. If you don't have SEO on your website and your Google My Business pages, let us look at that for you. If you're ready to scale your business with paid advertisement, we can manage that for you as well. And of course, y'all know we're big with social media. So drop us a line on the inbox or click the link in the show notes in the description to download our free marketing checklist. I think you're going to be impressed with some of the things that we are giving away for free in an attempt to earn your business. So we're talking Instagram growth strategies today. How are you growing on Instagram? And I'm putting it on, I'm making it public today that my goal for my Instagram page, if you guys have not followed, go follow us over at Local Biz Marketing Pros. My goal for that page, which is relatively new, is to take it from 0 to 10,000 followers in 2022. That means I got less than 6 months to bring that page up to 10,000 followers. That's the goal, right? Put your goal. What do you want to see your Instagram page look like by the end of the year, right? I'm learning to be a lot more goal focused and oriented in everything that I do. And then you set that goal and then you reverse engineer and say, how many new followers do I need to be picking up every day, right? How many new followers do I need to be picking up every week, right? That's the goal. So number one on our list, we said, in order for you to get the best out of these platforms, the first thing you must do is you have to understand the goal of the platform. What's the goal of the platform on Instagram? The goal is to create more ways for you to stay engaged longer on the platform so that they can show ads to you. That's the goal of the platform, right? So number two, you got to find your Dream 100 on the platform. Now, if y'all been following and y'all know we've been studying this book, right? I'll put the link in the comments. Go grab yourself a copy for free. Just pay the $8 or $9 for shipping. Y'all know that Russell Brunson and he took Chet Holmes' idea of the Dream 100, modified it a little bit, and he is big on the Dream 100. So the next step to growing your Instagram is find your Dream 100 on the platform. The first step, as you all soon see for every platform, is to identify your Dream 100 that have already congregated your dream customers on the platform you are starting on. So there is somebody already on Instagram that is serving small businesses, right? My new company is dedicated to helping small local service-based businesses grow. Well, there's somebody on Instagram who's already got thousands and thousands of followers of my dream customer. I need to identify that 100, which is called the Dream 100, and I need to follow them for a lot of different reasons. So stick with me. You're going to see why you need to be following the people who are already congregating your dream customers. Each day, I spend 3 to 5 minutes viewing my Dream 100's posts, and here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for what pictures hook me and make me want to read the caption. I'm looking for what captions make me want to take an action. I'm looking for like the post from my dream. I like the post from my Dream 100s. I comment on at least 10 of my Dream 100s posts each day. Now, why would you be commenting on the post of someone who is basically doing what you're doing? Here's where people don't understand. Here's where competition can blind you. When you're thinking about competing, if I'm following 100 people or 100 businesses or 100 organizations or 100 influencers who are already talking to my dream customers, chances are they already do some of the things that I do. So why would I be commenting on their stuff? Because my dream customers who follow them will see my comments. Some of us are missing this, and I'll admit I've got to get better. That's why I'm glad he gives me an outline of a plan. I'm going to share with you guys if you stick around to the end. I'm going to give you the daily plan, how much time he spends on each activity here in a second. But think about it. If you follow 100 people and they all got 10,000 followers of the people that you want to serve, doesn't it make sense for you to comment on their posts? When their followers are commenting on their posts, doesn't it make sense for you to engage and comment on their comments? Of course it does, because those are the people that you ultimately want to serve. He says, I also spend 5 minutes watching Instagram stories from my Dream 100, looking for cool ideas on ways they're engaging people, checking out where their swipe ups push me to, messaging, DMing on at least 10 of their videos, looking for the swipe up ads that are shown to me. Remember, you're now a producer of social media, not a consumer. See, when we talk about these social media platforms, it's very easy to get caught up in just consuming content all day, every day. No, you're a producer. So we're leveraging and we're looking at what our Dream 100 is doing, and we're just taking 5 to 10 minutes at a time, just kind of drawing some inspiration, getting some ideas, engaging with their community, right? Don't get caught up in the trap of following tons of interesting people who will distract you or waste your time. Follow only those who are already successfully serving the market that you want to serve, so you can understand what message they're sharing. So we're giving you some steps and some strategies. So number one, understand the goal of the platform. Number two, identify your Dream 100 on the platform. Number three, identify the publishing strategy and create your publishing plan. There are many ways to publish content on Instagram, and each section of the platform has a different strategy for how to publish and how to monetize. To make it simple, I'll break down each of the core sections in Instagram and explain the strategy we follow. The first I call content hooks, where you are producing images and videos in a way to grab your dream customers. So this is your Instagram profile, right? These are the pictures and the videos that when someone goes to your profile and they look at your gallery, they see all of those little thumbnails, right? Let me see if I can pull this up and maybe I can do a little screen share and kind of help you see this visually. All right. Let's see. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna share my screen with y'all so y'all can get a visual of this as well, because this is helping me. I don't know if it's helping y'all, but it's helping me. And this is why I do this. This is why I subscribe to Learn, Do, Teach. Everything that I learn, I have to do and teach it to help me learn it, right? So as you can see, Local Biz Marketing Pros, this is the profile. I got 267 followers now, so I got to grow that to 10,000 followers by the end of this year. So this is what he calls the content hooks. So these images need to be done in a way that will hook people, grab people's attention to make them want to click on them and read the caption, right? So you got your Instagram gallery. And then in the book, he talks about Instagram TV, which no longer exists. So now this is just your long form Instagram videos, right? Then he talks about your Instagram stories, right? Your stories are important. He says your Instagram stories, you use them like your reality show, right? So the way he's breaking this down, he says, hey, your Instagram profile is like your art gallery, right? Your Instagram videos is your produced video content. Your Instagram stories is like your reality show. And then your Instagram live is like your live TV show, right? We are producers of content, no longer consumers of content. I want to mention that these platforms, their features and the strategies for them are always evolving. So view this chapter as a baseline and watch your Dream 100 closely so you can model and innovate on any and all algorithm changes as they come. So one reason that I'm following my Dream 100 is because they have already congregated or aggregated the people that I want to serve. But another reason we're following the Dream 100, because chances are, if they're really good at Instagram, they're keeping up with the changes. They're staying up to date on the trends, and I'm modeling what they're doing, right? I'm checking out the language that they're using. I'm modeling their success. Now, he says, my biggest fear in telling people to model the Dream 100 is that they think it means to copy the Dream 100. Again, copying is not the goal. On the contrary, copying is illegal and unethical. But you should be modeling. You should be watching what your Dream 100 are doing. What kind of captions are they using? Are they using 50 emojis in the caption? Then what happens when they go away from using so many emojis? Do you guys realize that the top Instagram influencers study this stuff? So when you see them using a lot of emojis, chances are something within the algorithm has changed and they say emojis are hot now. And then when they go away from using so many emojis, then something in the algorithm has changed again and now emojis aren't so hot. Right? Model what they're doing. To have success on Instagram or any other platform, you have to be you. Your brand and your personality are the keys to getting people to follow and engage with you, right? So I look at some of the top influencers who are also business marketing agencies, who are also serving small businesses, and I'm looking at the angles that they are coming from. I'm looking at the captions, the hashtags they're using. I'm looking at the questions that people are following them are asking, right? It's a great strategy. When I look at some of those top influencers and I see the questions people are asking, can I just go on my page and answer that question in form of a video? Absolutely. It's all intel gathering, right? Jenna Kutcher said once, a brand is the image and personality the business applies to its offers. So, step number one, understand the goal of the platform. Step number two, identify your Dream 100 on the platform. We're in step number three, where you have to identify and come up with your plan, right? What is your publishing plan for the platform? So, Instagram profiles. Let's break this down real quick. Your Instagram profile is the core foundation of your Instagram strategy. I'll focus on the first section of the platform because it is the key to increasing your followers. The hook, which equals your pictures, right? These are your pictures. So, right. After someone looks at your bio, the next thing they'll see is a grid of all the pictures and videos that you've posted. Each picture is a hook that can potentially grab someone who is scrolling on Instagram and pull them into your funnels. So what are your hooks looking like? What are your pictures looking like? So he references a young lady by the name of Jenna Kutcher, and she uses a methodology called the JK5. So using the JK5 method will help you to create content beyond just what you're selling. And to do that, you will need to post more than your work. My wife was just telling me the other day, she said, honey, you're so interesting that people want to hear more from you than just your business strategies, right? It's all you do is talk about business, but you got such an interesting perspective on so many different things that people want to hear, and they will enjoy and get just as much value out of those things, like your story, your testimony, your background, how you grew up and how that's all applying, your kids and all of that stuff. All of that makes up who you are. So learning how to leverage those things has always been a challenge. So JK5 has helped me tremendously in this area. So what is the JK5, right? To implement the JK5 method, you first need to create 5 main categories of things you're passionate about, right? So if you have those 5 things, I want you to post them in the comments. If you don't have them 5, post at least one thing. So I got my 5, right? And I traditionally thought that there wasn't a place on a business page for these things, but I was wrong. So my 5 main things that I like to focus on: family, mindset, Black-owned businesses, marketing fundamentals, and healthy living. Those are 5 areas that I'm going to build around on my Instagram page. So I talk about my 5 sons all the time, but most people have never seen them, right? Because I wasn't sure how to incorporate those things, right? So this is a great strategy for me. So first, create your 5 main categories. This will help to give you a recognizable brand. And as you post images, you'll simply rotate through these categories so your followers get a good understanding of who you are beyond what it is that you sell, right? So Mark says his 5 are lifestyle, family, entrepreneurship, and investing. Boom. That's it, man. That's it. So how do you rotate through those 5 categories in your videos, your reels, your postings, everything that you're doing? For Jenna, her 5 categories are marriage, body positivity, photography, fashion, and travel. So Jenna explained why the JK5 method helps to grow your brand and increase your audience. When you adopt this method, you'll not only create a versatile, well-rounded, and connected brand, but you'll also create an interesting feed that earns you the ability to sell. No 2 categories live next to each other in the grid, giving you extra visual element, but also giving people a way to find a way to connect with you, even if they currently aren't on the market for what you're selling. Wait, what? Oh, y'all got to get that. See, when I only talk about business, branding, and marketing, everybody is not on the market for that. So I'm missing opportunities for people to connect with me on the healthy lifestyle that I'm embarking on because I'm not sharing that. I'm missing the opportunity for people to connect with me on developing the right mindset of an entrepreneur. They might not need me to be their marketing service partner right now, but they might like the mindset development that I'm embarking on to grow this $1 million agency. So I got to share that, right? Oftentimes, someone will follow you for just one of the categories while they get to know you, like you, and trust you, priming them to become a paying client in the future. It's important we talk about the overall vibe of your grid. Essentially, your grid is what users see when they scroll through to see multiple images all lined up in rows of 3. It's easy to get obsessive about your overall grid aesthetic, but what I love about the JK5 is that it gives people an overarching view of your brand when they click to see your full profile. See that? See that? Let's see what Tammy got. She says her 5, integrity, entrepreneurship, healthy relationships, disability, being differently able. I love that. I love that. So JK5, establish your 5 categories, right, that your page is going to be known for. Then she gives us this cool little acronym as well called the ABCDQ of posting, right? Before posting any picture or video, I highly recommend using Jenna's ABCDQ test to see if it's on brand and therefore worthy for your profile. As you guys know, I talk about being consistent is hugely important for any business, right? One of the forms of consistency in business is being consistently on brand, on message, right? So she has this to help the ABCDQ method. A stands for aesthetics. Does it visually show something that fits the personality of the brand? B stands for brand. Is it aligned with my dream client or something they will engage with? C stands for consistent. Is it consistent in terms of color or quality to fit within my overall feed? D stands for diversity. Is this something different than my last post? Does it create recognition beyond what I sell? And then Q stands for quality. Is this up to the quality I want my clients' followers to expect? If this stood alone, would it fit my brand? Love that, love that, love that. So we're talking about Instagram here today, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new here or you're just popping in for a minute, then we're studying the book Traffic Secrets from Russell Brunson. You can get a free copy. I'll put the link in the comments. And all you do is pay $8 or $9 for the shipping. So that is kind of, when you look at what you're about to post, then run through a quick check. What is it? Is it aesthetically pleasing? Is it on brand? Is it consistent with what I've been doing? Is there diversity in it? Is the quality up to par? Right? Then he says the story. So the hook is the image, but then every hook has your story. If you follow Russell Brunson's work, you know that he teaches a framework called hook, story, offer, right? So the hook is the imagery. The story is the caption. After you run it through the ABCDQ test and you're ready to post the image, you need to think about arguably the most important question of all. What am I going to say about this picture? The picture is the hook that brings people in and grabs their attention, but the caption tells the story and tries to engage the reader before you make your offer or your call to action. So once you decided that this image is good, it passes the test, now we got to look at the caption. So the goal of the post. Each post you make should have a goal. As I post on my any picture and write its caption, the first thing I do is decide if the hook is meant to inspire, educate, or entertain. Those are 3 things that you can always fall back on when you're writing your captions. Do you want to inspire, educate, or entertain? Inspire. It compels others to feel inspired and capable of doing big things. Educate. It teaches or educates your followers on a subject. Entertain. It provides entertainment for your followers, right? Type of captions. After I decide the goal of the post, I try to figure out the type of caption to post. According to Jenna, the 3 most common types of captions and how to use them in business. Number 1, tell a story. Number 2, ask a question. And number 3, make a list. So let me run this back. Let me run this back. I picked the picture. It passed the test. I got a goal for this post. I wanted to inspire, educate, or entertain. Now I got to decide on the type of caption. Am I going to ask a question? Am I going to tell a story? Am I going to make a list? Man, this is good. Like, you got to find a model. You got to find a blueprint. You got to find someone who's doing what you want to do and follow their plan. This is the plan that I'm following, just so y'all know. Tell a story. The posts that do the best on Instagram have one thing in common. They invite you into a story and make you feel part of the moment. Ask a question. Having an audience, whether it's 10 people or 1,000, gives you access to people that can help you create the perfect offer. When you're not sure what to post, ask a question. Right? Not sure what to post, ask a question. And then make a list. You can have a lot of fun with captions by sharing a short list. Some examples include 3 things people might not know about you, 5 facts about your business, 3 ways to use your products, or 7 best books you've ever read. Make lists, right? Mark said, it looks like a homework lesson for the week. Yeah, man, I'm redoing the entire brand from start to finish, man. I'm so excited that I have a blueprint and a proven system to model. We're going to talk about hashtags real quick. I'm not going to go through the offer because we're running out of time, but I am going to go over the actual strategy and how he lays out in terms of how much time he spends with each thing. Hashtags. So what is a hashtag and why do you need it? If you think of Instagram as a huge filing cabinet, then the hashtags are the hanging folders. When someone searches a hashtag, Instagram finds all the images that use that hashtag and give you a gallery of only those images. You can use up to 30 hashtags with each post to help your images or hooks show up in the searches and feeds of your dream customers. Hashtags are the equivalent of keywords in search engines. So hashtags are pretty relevant when it comes to Instagram. So the last section, we have the hook, which is your image. We have your stories, which is your captions. And then we're going to hit call to action real quick, or your offer. The last step in creating your post is your call to action. Every single post needs a call to action, and it can vary from being a very small ask to being a big call to action. Examples of small include double tap, hit the like button, post an emoji, or comment below. Examples of a big ask would be share this post, tag 3 friends, click the link in the bio, or sign up for my product or program. Calls to actions are important for a lot of reasons. Ultimately, they can help your people get off Instagram and onto your list. But maybe even more importantly, they help the algorithm know if people like what you're posting. If your audience comments, likes, and engages with what you post, the algorithms will assume you're creating content that people want, and they'll reward you by giving you more exposure. That's the key, y'all. Is when people engage, make sure you engage back with them. I don't care if it's one person that makes one comment, then go back and make sure that you thank them for that comment. Ask them a question. Perhaps you can get them to leave another comment. The more people engage with your stuff, the more exposure you're going to get from the algorithms. So let me just share with you guys how he puts this all together in a daily plan, right? So the Instagram publishing plan says, first, research and network, 10 posts and 10 messages a day. Scroll through your feed and look for your Dream 100's hooks, captions, and hashtags. Like and comment on at least 10 each day. Takes about 5 minutes. Watch stories from your Dream 100 and look for how they're engaging people and their swipe up call to action. Send them a message. Do that about 10 times a day. Should take you about 5 minutes. Instagram profile, 2 posts per day. It says 20 minutes. Pick 2 pictures from your 2 of your JK5 categories, write a captions and hashtags, and schedule 2 posts per day. You don't have a post scheduling app? Guess what? We do, and that's why you need the sales opportunity system. Then it says throughout the day, reply to comments on your post, 5 minutes a day. Throughout the day, take pictures on your phone that relate back to your 5 categories and store them in your JK5 folders. Now, you guys got to get the book so you can read and fill in some of the gaps. One of the things that the JK5 says is on your phone, you're going to set up a folder for each of these things. And every time you take a picture that represents that category, you put it in a different folder so you stay organized, and it makes it easy for you to just go to a folder, pull a picture out, write a caption. And then Instagram stories, 10 to 30 stories per day. Post 10 to 30 15-second stories throughout the day. On one story, tell your audience to interact with a post on your page. So you can use a story to drive traffic to a post, right? On a different story, give a swipe up call to action if you have that capability. And one of the things that I do in my stories is I share my reels. So sometimes my reels are 45 seconds. And if I share it as a story, you can see the first 15 seconds of it. And then if you swipe up, you can see the entire reel, right? So that takes about 45 minutes a day. An additional 40 minutes per week, he says Instagram video. These are long form videos. He does 2 long videos per week. Pick the #1 most asked question and answer it in a 3 to 5 minute video and reply to comments. Takes about 5 minutes. Pick the post your audience was most interested in and teach the concept in a 3 to 5 minute video and reply to comments. And then collaborate with your Dream 100 by shouting each other out in your posts. Some collabs you could rotate through include answering each other's questions and sharing videos. So one of the things that I'm doing in my collab videos is I'm interviewing successful entrepreneurs. So when I do the Inside the Hustle on Facebook, I'm also doing Inside the Hustle on Instagram as well. And then he said about 25 minutes per month, he says Instagram stories, 1 highlight of the month. Create a product story highlight by scripting out a mini perfect webinar for one of your products and posting 15 to 50 stories going through the presentation. So basically he says once a month, he does a presentation using stories. So like when in stories, you can put your stories up in chronological order. So they literally go from one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. So once a month, he does a presentation that way, which, wow, I had never thought about that. And then he says, when you go live, Instagram live, anytime you do Facebook live, go live on Instagram as well and reply to comments, right? So that's something that I'm going to start doing here as well. You'll see me take my phone and I'll set it up here and I'll go Instagram live for the first 15 minutes of the show and then tell them to come over to Facebook to watch the rest of the show. So I think that's something that we certainly can do and put the Cortez Hustle Show on the Instagram live if I decide it's going to be part of the Local Biz Marketing Pros brand. Tammy says, Cortez, I made my appointment on your video. It indicates to join your community. When I click to join, it takes me to HVAC. Yeah, that's something that I have to update and get corrected. So thanks for bringing that to my attention. I will get you the link to the right Facebook group because there's a new Facebook group coming as well with this new brand called what I call it, Local Biz Marketing Mastermind, I think is what I'm calling it. So I'm excited for us to meet, Tammy. I can't wait for that, but I will certainly get you the link to the new Facebook group so you can join the right group. So I appreciate you guys all for tuning in, man. This has been fun for me to go through this process with you. We're on week 3 of our road to 7 figures as an agency. If you guys want to come along this journey with me, man, all you got to do is say so. and I'm right here for you. So until I talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now, hustle up. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win.
You're tuned into the Cortez Hustle Show. Please like and subscribe.